Hello everyone. Welcome back to another cooking vlog from Enchanting Endeavors. Last month was my son's birthday party and I made this egg curry for the guests and it was an instant hit. So many people asked me for the recipe. So today I thought, why not share it with you all? Let's start with the prep first. First, I'm going to grind some cashew nuts in a blender. I already had this box of unsalted roasted cashew at home, so I'm using that today. You can use raw cashews too, just adding them to the blender and blending it to a smooth paste. Add a little water, just enough to help it blend nicely. We want a smooth, creamy paste. In the same jar, I'm now going to grind posto, the poppy seeds, into paste. Unfortunately, after searching many grocery stores, we ended up getting this black poppy seeds this time. They taste just the same, only the color is different. So don't worry if you don't find the white ones, this works just as well. I'll grind this into a smooth paste, again adding a little water, just enough to help it blend properly. This recipe I actually got from my grandmother. Of course, in her times, they always preferred grinding posto on a shilnora or at least using mortar and pestle. I personally feel that gives the best texture and flavor. Now I'm roughly chopping two onions. You don't need it very fine, just a simple rough chop. And just to mention here, I made this for around 15 people. So my quantities are a bit on the higher side. If you are cooking for a small family, one big onion should be enough. Okay, now let's deal with the eggs. I'm taking a big container and adding enough water to properly boil them. And I always add a little bit of vinegar to the water. You might feel like that's unnecessary, but trust me, I've dealt with those super stubborn eggshells before. Sometimes you peel and the whole egg white just comes off with the shell. It's so frustrating. And today I have guests coming, so I really don't want to take the risk of broken, patchy looking eggs. Now I'm going to slice the eggs in half. When you're cooking for a gathering, especially when there are lots of other dishes on the table, I personally prefer keeping the pieces slightly smaller. This way, guests can take one piece first, and if they like it, they can always come back for more. I also had some children at the party, so the smaller portions just make it easier for them. Another thing, when you cut the eggs, the curry flavor seeps in better. The gravy coats the yolk so well, every bite has that flavor. After slicing them all, let's marinate them for a fry. In a bowl, take some oil and with it, add turmeric, red chili powder, and salt and mix them. And then with a brush, gently coat the eggs. Be a little careful, brush softly on the yolk because the yolk is soft and can be easily messed up. I've got 15 eggs here, so 30 slices. So it's going to take a little while for me to get them all coated nicely. Alright, once all the eggs are coated, grab a non-stick pan and pour in enough oil and let it heat up. Now gently place the eggs in, nice and easy. After about 5 to 7 minutes, you'll see the edges turning lightly golden. That's when you know they're just right. Use a knife to gently slide underneath for support. This way, you can flip them without breaking the yolk or letting it separate from the white. Once you've gently flipped them, let the other side cook for a few more minutes. Now it's time to get the gravy ready. In a pan, heat a little oil. Now toss in some dried red chilies, a few cloves, bay leaves, some cardamom pods, a pinch of whole jeera. Give them all a quick saute. You'll instantly smell that warm, inviting fragrance. Next, add the chopped onions and saute them until they're soft and translucent. Keep stirring gently so they cook evenly. You'll see them slowly becoming sweet and fragrant. Add in some ginger paste and then garlic paste and let them cook for a while until the raw smell goes away. Then it's time for the touch of richness. about 3 to 4 spoonfuls of cashew paste we prepared earlier and stir it in. Next, add in the paste of poppy seeds or posto butter. Mix it in well with the gravy. When we came to Canada years back, I couldn't imagine we'd be able to find things like posto or ghee or even jeera and dried red chilies so easily. Almost every supermarket has an Indian aisle and we can get almost everything we need. It's amazing how much easier it is to keep those traditional flavors alive even so far from home. Lower the heat and slowly add about 1 cup of milk. Stir it in gently on low flame. Just mix everything gently, nice and slow. Now we'll add some salt and a bit of sugar. Sugar is completely optional, but I personally love my egg curry slightly sweet and spicy. At this point, just taste your curry and see if you want it a little more spicy. If you do, you can add a slit green chili now and let it simmer in the gravy. If you followed my recipes, you'd already know I usually don't use too many chilies. Now sprinkle a little garam masala. It just adds that warm and comforting aroma. And now some kasturi methi. I know some of you might raise an eyebrow, but trust me, crush it between your palms and sprinkle it in. It adds such a lovely aroma. Try it once, you'll love it. And finally, just a small dollop of yogurt goes in. It makes the gravy even more creamy and gives that gentle tangy touch. When the gravy is ready, gently place the golden fried eggs in. Spoon some of that rich gravy over them and let everything simmer together on low flame for about 15 minutes. This helps the eggs soak in all those beautiful flavors. And then it's ready to be served. Bye for today. Stay tuned to Enchanting Endeavors for more home style recipes and little life moments.